Everyone talks about mindset like it's this self-help fluff thing. Vision boards, affirmations, positive thinking. But here's what nobody actually tell you. To become a millionaire, you need to actually not do any of that, but master brainwashing yourself. And I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. I went from a broke Middle Eastern woman serving Caesar salads in Canada to now making millions of dollars on social media by the time I was 23. And that did not happen because I was motivated. It happened because I brainwashed myself exactly how cults brainwash people. Now, we gotta understand that brainwashing is basically just reprogramming your mind and removing old beliefs and replacing them with new ones. And that's exactly what I did. Instead of having a family, my society, culture, and circumstance tell me how I should be thinking, I decided to do it myself. In today's video, I'm gonna be breaking down how to brainwash yourself in a way that you start believing that you deserve the life that you want, you deserve millions of dollars, instead of being not confident, instead of not feeling like you belong anywhere. And that's how we're gonna brainwash you to a woman that believes that millions of dollars is possible for them. So let's get right into it. So before I could even install new beliefs, I had to understand what was actually my programming like, what was my beliefs like. So when I was in Saudi, these were the beliefs that I was around. As a woman, you just need to sit down and be quiet. You don't have too many opinions. Don't be greedy. You don't need too much in this life. As a woman, you're not powerful. You're actually powerless. Just accept what everyone is accepting. And then when I moved to Canada, my beliefs were, you're an immigrant, minimum wage is good, be grateful. And then other limiting beliefs that I had was my English was not good. Who am I to think that I can even make millions of dollars? Did you see where I was raised? Did you see what my family looked like? Did you see the village I actually grew up in? And I was thinking, well, rich people are usually born into it. You can't just become a millionaire if no one around you is a millionaire or made $1 million before. And that was the two programmings that I had growing up all the way until like 18, 20, 21. Until I decided, I'm like, it's time to brainwash myself, because if I keep believing these things, that will exactly be my reality, because whatever you believe, you actually bring to life. I had to not only brainwash myself, I had to erase my memory, scrub it, and make sure I make new beliefs that will actually serve me in this life. And the scariest part is all of these beliefs were actually running on autopilot, that I believe that they are facts. That's the problem that I think most of us have. It's a fact that I'm not good enough. It's a fact that I am an immigrant and I cannot make millions of dollars. It's a fact that none of my family have made money. It's a fact that I am a Middle Eastern woman and I am a woman. So why would I want to be greedy? These were all facts in my mind, and that was the scariest thing ever, because they didn't feel like just beliefs. They felt like actual facts. And that's how usually brainwashing works. It doesn't feel like it's someone else's voice. It literally feels like you're living your own truth, and this is just the reality of it. And here's the even scarier part is most people live in exactly these programming and beliefs, and they never even question it. They go decades, their whole entire life, believing exactly what the culture, what family, what society told them to believe, that is their facts of their life. And now once I realized that I can on purpose choose what I can believe in, I created a system, and that's the system that I'm gonna be teaching you guys that changed my absolute life. The first thing is, as a waitress when I was 21, I saw other women that were making money online. And I looked at her and I'm like, you know what? She is not smarter than me. She just knows things that maybe I don't know yet. But as soon as I learn these things, I can be making exactly what she's making, if not more. And that is when brainwashing actually started happening. So belief is not something that you actually wait to feel. It's something that you decide to install. And that's when I decided that I'm gonna start telling a whole different story about my life to myself until my brain starts accepting that story. So the first step is basically identity replacement. I couldn't say, oh, I'm a millionaire, because my brain automatically will reject that. That makes no sense for someone that was making $2,000, $3,000 a month as a waitress. You can't go that far, that fast. So I started reframing things. Instead of saying, I am just a waitress or I'm a broke waitress, I started saying, I'm actually a businesswoman that is just waitressing right now until I start my business. Instead of saying, I don't know how, I started with, I'm someone who always figures things out, no matter what it is. And I said them every single day. I truly envisioned myself even saying them. I saw myself as a businesswoman, and that's exactly how I brainwashed, reprogrammed my mind to believing that this is not my reality, this is just the current state that we're in, and there's gonna be another version of me soon. Now, the second step to this system is environment saturation, which means that you have to saturate your environment with things that are gonna serve you. Believe all these brainwashing beliefs that you're gonna about to brainwash yourself. I started listening to podcasts with millionaires and looking at them, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be my new reality, and that is gonna be exactly it. So I'm listening to how they talk, how they walk, how they interact, what do they eat, what's their habits. And I literally took them as literally my own. So even when, I had no time, because I know a lot of you guys are coming with, oh my God, I have no time. Guys, I was commuting at literally the bus and the subway. In that 30-minute, I'm listening to a business podcast so I could actually learn something that will serve me in the future. And then even the people who I followed on social media, I made sure I followed millionaires that I can see what are they doing, how are they dressing up, what's their habits. And I'm literally making that my normal thing that I look at, so I can attract it to be something that I can live it as well. I even changed how I actually dressed up. I didn't buy nothing luxury or designer because, again, I couldn't afford it. But it was the simple things of how I presented myself, how I always showed up to every single thing. Because what your brain sees constantly, it's gonna automatically believe. And I wanted my brain to see things that I wanted to believe, which is that I am someone that makes millions, and that's why I am surrounded by everything that exactly serves that. And the crazy part is within weeks, my brain started looking at all the luxury, all people making big money as something normal that I'm gonna be achieving soon. And now the third step in the system was evidence collection and daily discomfort. So number one, most people, what do? They create a list of why they actually can't accomplish something. Me, I looked at any small achievement that I have achieved. I'm gonna have a small notebook that I will write, these are the things that I have accomplished. Whether it's someone said something nice, whether it's I made $10 online, I'm gonna write it as an evidence that, you know what, yes, you are good. Yes, you deserve everything that you're getting. Yes, you deserve success. You deserve the millions of dollars. So I kept that proof journal, and I made every small victory, made it a big one. Even when I started being in the financial market and I made $18,000 in a month, I looked at that $18,000, although it was a lot of money, but I looked at it like it was the biggest accomplishment. Like I looked at it like it's $1 million. And how you perceive things is gonna determine how you actually look at your life. And while I was doing that, of course, I understood that what do millionaires, I've heard it on every single video, on every single podcast, every millionaire out there, they take risks and they love discomfort. They love getting out of their comfort zone. So I, on purpose, made sure to get out of my comfort zone every single day. Is it posting the content? Is it reaching out to someone? Is it doing something that I've never done before so I can grow? Because that is literally the only way to grow. So if something is scaring me, I had to sit down and talk to myself like, Afnan, okay, right now you're just scared because you've never done this before. You just have to do it, and then it will be easier next time. And that's it. It's not that scary. It's just you've never done it. So I had to have these pep talks where I am explaining to myself why I am scared. So I'm not just in my head and never doing anything. So I got very, very comfortable with taking a lot of risks, doing a lot of things that scare me, getting out of my comfort zone every single day, and collecting proof why I am literally that girl. And then after months, because I've done all of that, my brain started looking at all the things that we've done, and it saw every risk as actually progress. If you do that risk, you're gonna grow from it somewhere, whether it's a positive thing or it's a lesson. Regardless, you need to grow to get the next level. So I had to brainwash myself that risk is necessary. It's very important to get to where I actually want to be. And here's the final piece that makes everything actually permanent, which is relentless repetition. I made sure to do these things for months on months on months until it was literally my natural habitat. I'm not waking up and saying, oh my God, we gotta do this again. It was natural because I've just done it every single day. I didn't wait on motivation. I just decided that I'm gonna transform my life, and this is exactly how I'm gonna be living my life. And because I've done it for so long every single day, I stopped questioning, oh my God, do I deserve success? Of course I deserve success. Do you see how much I work? Do you see how much I learn? I look at the average person and they're not learning, they're not taking risks, they're barely doing anything in their life. They're watching Netflix, they're wasting time, they're going out. I sacrificed so much to grow, and I did the right things that every single millionaire did. So then I'm like, of course I deserve everything. Of course I'm gonna make $1 million soon. And that's exactly what made me not only make my first million at 23 years old, but even when I lost it, because that's another story for another day, I made it back in 4.5 months, because at that point it was an identity. I really became that person with these knowledge and skills that will always make millions of dollars. And let me explain why this systematic approach actually beats motivation by 1,000,000,001 times. Is because you're not always gonna be motivated. And every single millionaire out there, they just decided that, you know what, everything that I'm living right now, I can be a different person. I can change what I like and what I don't like. I can change what I do every single day. Most people, what do? They're like, oh, I can't do that because that's not me. That exact sentence is why people stay exactly in situations that keep them broke, because they're like, oh, posting on social media, oh, that's not me, I'm not that person. Well, become that person. How hard is that to become that person that is really about that life? But that's what separates the millionaires from the average person. Is they're like, okay, I'm gonna become a different person, and everything I want I can do. Nothing is off limits. I'm just gonna get to the work. But I also had to really tell and keep telling myself that millionaires, no, they're not lucky, or they're not just, inheriting it from their parents and so on and so forth. They really did the right things, and I'm doing the right things. So $1 million is coming very, very soon. So here's exactly how you can start your reprogramming, your brainwashing today. So number one, we gotta look at the old reprogramming. We gotta write it down. What do you actually believe about yourself? What do you think of yourself? What are you doing currently? That's number one. The second thing is we gotta create a new identity. What does that identity has? Right, an accomplishment. What does that identity does? What do they actually believe about their life? Are they confident? Of course, yes, they're confident. Are they go-getters? They're not lazy. They deserve the millions of dollars. They're business people. They're intelligent. They can learn anything. They can do anything they put their mind to. They can figure anything out. All these things that you're gonna have to teach yourself that new identity to actually start believing it. And the third thing is we're gonna saturate our environment. I'm gonna make sure everything in my environment serves exactly the mission and the goal for me to become a whole different person. And then from there, we gotta take a lot of risks. Every single day, I gotta get so comfortable with being uncomfortable, with discomfort. And then I gotta collect evidence, right? Every small win, I'm gonna make it the biggest deal ever. I'm gonna write it down in my proof journal so I can remember that, you know what? Yes, I am that girl that gets so many things done. And that's how you're gonna get to reprogramming and brainwashing yourself to be the next millionaire in your family. And then, Afnan, well, how long should I do this for? This has to be minimum done. Minimum 3 to 6 months, daily with no exceptions, no days off. This is your new identity. You don't get to take a day off from your new identity. That is literally who you are. Now, I have done it for years. I have done it for the past 6 years since I was 21. I am 27 years old today. So it is really my normal. If I see a risk, I'm like, ooh, exciting. That's where we got to, right? Before, when I saw a risk, I would have my heart beat so fast. I would get anxious. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not enough, I'm not good. Now it's like another thing that we're gonna take over, and it's gonna be the easiest thing, and it's gonna make us millions of dollars. But that confidence comes because I kept doing the daily things, the daily steps every single day for the past 5-6 years. Now, listen, brainwashing yourself takes a lot of effort and consistency, but think about it. What's the alternative? Just waiting and being broke and accepting everything that you don't like about your life? I just refused to be a broke Middle Eastern woman. Look, now I live in Dubai, help thousands of women create an online income, quit their jobs, make a lot of money, and I have retired my parents. So you gotta understand, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you tell it it's real. So I need us to start telling it better things. And in the brand code, we actually help women brainwash them into believing that they can actually do whatever they want in this life, and we help them make money they've never made before and grow brands so big that they can achieve everything that they want. So the link in the description, join it now, join the waitlist, and go believe and brainwash yourself into greatness. I love you guys.